Daily fail. Proof stores do slap a fat tax on plus size clothes. Heatwave shuts GP surgeries, hospitals in chaos, rail lines buckle, unions demand flexible hours, sunscreen's running out, and it's getting hotter. Britain's in meltdown. And then there's a parasite and a twat. This is the papers, nearly all of them trying to push the fear. We're in meltdown, it's boiling point, it's game over, we're going to die. Keep them in fear, you keep control. There's absolutely nothing to worry about though, because it's all bollocks. Yes, we've got some sun. I remember 76 when we had like 4 months of this sort of thing, not just a few weeks. But no, they want to play. Don't forget, prior to 76, they were playing the, oh, we're going to an ice age, to terrify everyone. And then the summer of 76 come along and blew that out the water, and they just had to drop it then. And it took what, 20 years before they could think of something else, and they came up with global warming, which they then conveniently changed to climate change, as it became blatantly obvious. There was no global warming, it was just natural conditions. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold, naturally. But they want to keep you in fear because they can keep control of you. The utter scum. The alarming fall of Katie Price, jaw drop. As Britain bakes in 95 degrees Fahrenheit heat, the world's on fire! Oh no, the world's on fire! Oh, what a load of shit! Planet gripped by killer heatwave. Nope, it's not. Hundreds die in Europe and Japan. Well, some may have died in Greece because there's been some fires out there. But it's hardly the end of the world as these would have you believe. Mirror. Sweet, wet, wet. Sweat, wet, wet. Brits struggle to stay cool as temperatures soar and rain brings smiles to the lucky few. I'm loving this weather. Parole horror exclusive. Please don't free the monster who left me for dead, age 3. Child victims plea as sex abuse kidnapper bid for jail release. The Guardian. An unspeakable tragedy. 74 in Greek wildfires. 74 dead. Hundreds flee to sea for safety as blaze rips through resort. 26 bodies found huddled on beach. 3 days of mourning ordered. RAB admits planning to secure food supply for no-deal Brexit. How the long hot summer of 76 changed Britain. The Times. Terror police boost MP security over criticism of Asian sex gangs. Oh yeah, because these Asian sex gangs, they're going to see likes of Theresa May and thought, whoa, yeah. I don't think so. A biblical disaster. That's what they've been playing. They've been playing this card for a while now. They're trying to tie it in with the end of days prophecies. That's all this is. So don't panic, don't worry, don't be in fear. It's the idiots trying to scare you, that's all. Scores killed as wildfires rages through Greek tourist resort. 100 families perish in flames after finding no way out. Dementia drug risk. Tens of thousands of dementia patients are at risk of death, sickness and broken bones because doctors are overusing sleeping pills. Frigate plan in doubt. Government plans to buy a budget warship. Yeah, it's only got a few holes in it, you know. But I thought we got this 3 billion trillion or whatever warship, you know, this aircraft carrier that's got no aircraft. Oh, right. May controls EU talks. Bullshit. She's told what to do, what to say, and she's a compliant little yes cow. Migrant cash move. EU member states will be paid $6,000 for each migrant they accept from Mediterranean rescue boats under a plan. See, now they're trying to plan the invasion. They're trying to buy it. And no doubt the British criminals will say, oh look, we're getting some money back for the... Yeah. Oh, well, by the way, here's a house and here's some benefits. Oh, that's 6,000 quid? Oh, well, that's just gone in like 3 months. Energy jobs to go. E.ON is preparing to cut about 500 jobs in Britain as the energy company attempts to reduce its costs before the government imposes a price cap. Safer rugby tackles. I. The Prince and the Bishop. Or should that be the paedophile and the other paedophile? Boris readying himself for 10 Downing Street. Snowflake and profit of Brexit. Beware birth control apps. Biggest pay rise in a decade for 1 million workers. Boating on the Norfolk Broads. Brexit Secretary denies being shut up out of talks by PM. Trapped between fire and sea. Dozens of tourists and locals killed in Greek village after wildfires tear through resort. Death toll rises to 74 as families die in traffic jam trying to escape to beaches. Bodies of 26 fat victims found huddled together after taking wrong turn while fleeing. 10 holidaymakers drown when rescue boat capsizes while Coast Guard and volunteers save hundreds of lives. 3 days of national mourning declared for unspeakable tragedy. We found burned cars with people inside. It is a disaster. A disaster. Metro. Demi Lovato in hospital after heroin overdose. No idea who that is. A biblical inferno. The end times are coming. Worry, be fear. Worry and fear and fear and worry, and keep that going because the biblical end times are coming. Except it's the end times for the governments, the royals, the councils, the courts, all the criminal cabals. Death toll could top 100 as wildfires ravage Greece. 26 victims of resort blaze found locked in last embrace. Mother and son drown after rescue boat capsizes. Star. Torville and Dean. High school movie to reveal all. Dawn Neeson put the boot into nanny state. Puts the boot into there. Arsenal ace OAP attack. Heatwave Brits at boiling point. It's hot out there. You should be worried. You should be in fear. Well, you could just go and catch some rays and then come in when you've had enough and just chill out. Don't let this bullshit get to you. It certainly ain't getting to me. Crooks pounce on open windows. Rush to A&E with sunburn, bites. Rats feast in stinking dustbins. And why are the dustbins stinking? Because the council, in their corruptness, decided rather than empty them every week, they'll empty them once a fortnight. And in some places, it's once every 3 weeks. I think I can see the problem, and I think I can see the solution. Get rid of the criminal councils. And every single council in the land is criminal. and paedophile protecting at that. Express. A biblical disaster! Families die fleeing for safety as wildfires in Greece kill at least 74. Hope you're in fear now because a biblical disaster! Betrayal of our RAF heroes. Dambusters and Red Arrows air base sell-off sparks outrage. They don't want us to have any armed forces because they're about to try and bring in martial law. My court battle to win millions left by bank's lover. But she can't have it because the banks are stealing it and they're in a fight with the government who are also trying to steal it. Maybe if we get rid of the government, we'll sort it all out. I reckon that's the way to go. Telegraph. Now this article on the top right there. Normal rules shouldn't apply to friends of ISIL. Piss off! Jihadists should be prosecuted for treason. So should Theresa May, Boris Johnson, Tony Blair, David Cameron, Brown, all committed treason along with every single royal. Former Law and Security Chief calls for update of medieval law to charge terrorists. Dozens killed by biblical Greek wildfires. There's a disaster of biblical proportions foretold in the Doomsday Book, and the end times prophecies are here for you all to... Oh, don't pay any attention to this shit. It's just fear tactics. New planning rules leaves Greenbelt open to developers. Yes, they're trying to destroy the whole country. Sexual harassment victims silenced by gagging orders. Well, who could issue them then? Let me think. Oh, the government. But then that would mean they've got something to hide. They're involved in the sexual harassment of children. Councils, they've issued plenty of gagging orders as well. So far we know that councils and the government are paedophiles, backed up by paedophile judges in the corrupt courts. Everything is corrupt. We need to out the lot, get rid of those that are corrupt, and run this country ourselves, because we could do a damn sight better job than the corrupt shitheads in Parliament and councils and courts. Threat of by-election for suspended Paisley. School counsellors to protect children online. Oh yeah, Big Brother. In chasing young fans, cricket's bosses are ignoring the game's real weakness. Carrie admits church mishandled sex abuse. Really? Oh yeah, I forgot about the corrupt bishops and churchgoers of... goes on and on. Anything but independent. This can't divide us any further. Don't leave the decision to MPs. We should not be led by ideologies. It could happen here. Now, here's how. Why Britain needs a referendum on the Brexit deal. No, we don't, right? Let me explain to you how democracy is supposed to work. There's a majority vote for one thing or the other, and they voted to leave. It's now, or should have been, the government's job to say, right, they said we're out, we repeal the 72 Act, bye-bye, see ya, so long, farewell, we're out of here. But no, because they never planned for us to leave the European Union. And these tactics they're using to just delay it and, oh, we've got to do it this way, we've got to do it that way, utter bullshit. We simply leave, repeal the 72 Act, we're out. We need to start locking up the MPs because they are utter criminals and they are not doing their job that they are paid far too handsomely for, which was, okay, the public have said, leave the EU, which means leave everything of it. But no, we're still tied into this and we're still tied into that. We need to lock up the MPs, starting with Theresa May and all the rest of them that have been in any part of power, in any executive branch role, because they're all a bunch of corrupt criminal scumbags. Financial Times. Time for the millennials to flex some muscle. Germany reveals from football stars' racism accusation. At least 74 die as fire sweeps across Greece. May seizes control of Brexit talks in fresh push to end Tory turf war. Don't give me that bullshit. Central role for Robbins. 50 staff moved to number 10 unit. Rab backs chain of command. Oh, it's all smoke and mirrors and utter bullshit. Oh, I'm so tired of this bullshit. How about we just sack all the MPs? Lock up the ones that have been committing criminal acts, which is almost all of them. And then run it ourselves. Oh, of course, all councils have to go as well, because they are the control arm of the government. Lira plagues as rats freeze highlights Erdogan's sway over Turkish economy. Channel 4 bosses urges lift for public broadcasters. Well, as you can see in the paper today, it's fear, biblical proportion of terror, and the end times are coming and you should all be fearful and do as the government say because they know best. Oh wait, that's a load of bollocks. So, wait, don't waste your money.